People often ask me this one specific question. They ask me, "What is your specialty?" And every single time I pause because I genuinely don't know how to answer that specific question. Because I know that I've never been just one specific thing. Because growing up in India, I was taught that life works like this. Because you pick one career, one label, and that becomes your whole identity. For example, you become a doctor, engineer, IAS officer. Simple, fixed, linear, like you're done for life. Like you just need to focus on that. You're good to go, you know. But my life never moved in a straight line like that. Like never, it just never happened. Um, I've studied science, medicine, physics, coding, architecture related things, design, psychology, and research. I love research. I do research in various different fields. And every single time something new opens to me because of this multiple interest I have and multiple discipline I work across. And for a very long time I thought something was wrong with me, that I wasn't specialized enough and that I was failing to choose. But lately I've been kinder to myself and I've started to see it differently now, that we live in a world that is changing so fast, and AI is here, industries are totally shifting, problems are getting more complex, and we don't work on the industrial structure of 20th century anymore, because 20th century was built on specialization, one job, one skill, one routine. Like you have to follow that, because also they needed people to work in factories doing one same thing for the whole day, or I would say for a whole year. That was needed around the time, and that made sense. But the 21st century doesn't work like that anymore. And honestly, it feels a bit unfair that society still expects us to stick to that old model, as if humans are supposed to stay in one lane forever. And when I look around, I see people doing multiple things at once. I see professors who are teaching and at the same time running their studios, who are doing multiple various jobs. And I see designers who code, who are not just making beautiful stuff, but also learning the technology. I see scientists who also think like artists. And we have a very big example from our history as well, Leonardo da Vinci. That guy was not just a scientist, not just a painter, not just an artist. He was everything. He was the combination of all. He was way ahead of his time. And I understand maybe around his time he was seen someone as who is very weird and out of context. But maybe in today's world he would have been the guy who was like doing crazy stuff with this technology we have. And we have this beautiful chance to do all of that, but we are not doing anything with that because we still follow the 20th century structure we have built on, and which is very sad to see. Being multidisciplinary doesn't mean you are lost. It's just that you are listening to your curiosity. And I don't want to force this thought onto anyone. I'm not saying that this is a better or a right way of living life. This is just how I experience design and life together. I've worked across research, science, tech, storytelling, strategy, design. And every time I move between fields, I learn something that I could have never learned if I have stayed in one specific box I was given by the society. For me, a 21st century designer isn't someone with one specialty, but it's someone who asks questions, who connects ideas, who understands people, and who collaborates across disciplines and stay open to change. Not because it's trendy, but because the world actually needs that. Climate change, AI ethics, loneliness, sustainability, city problems. None of them can be solved by one specific field alone. They need combination of different people from different fields. Check out the example of MIT Media Lab. There are people, there are researchers and designers and engineers who are working together on various different kind of problems. And I think that is very needed in this society right now. And I think that's where we as designers, as humans, can play such a beautiful role, not as experts, but as connectors, as bridges in between the problems. If someone asked me today, what's your specialty? I think I'd answer softly and honestly, saying maybe my specialty is being able to see many things and care about all of them. Yes, and I'm very okay with that now. I'm not here to convince anyone. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life or what to choose. These videos are just my way of thinking out loud and recording what I'm learning, what I'm unlearning, and what I'm questioning. And if it makes you think about your own path, even for a second, I'm way grateful than you ever know. I'm very grateful because maybe we don't need one big specialty. Maybe we just need to stay curious and kind and open to becoming many things in this lifetime. Thank you.